Coming to you again from Central Texas, from Ben Lamia Meeting United Methodist Churches. If you want to get in contact, we have Facebook pages for Ben, and we have for Lamita as well, and websites. You can reach them and contact us to see how. Tell us what you're feeling, what any questions that you have. Maybe you want to be affiliated with us. We'd be glad to have you. But we're having Bible study. We feel there's a distinct lack of Bible knowledge in the world, and it's getting less. People don't even understand the basic stories. So we've been in this podcast several different aspects or from several perspectives. We've been doing the Gospel of John recently. And during the Last Supper, which for John happened on Wednesday night, Jesus has an extended narrative. And one of the things he tells him is, I have a new commandment. When we talk about Maundy, Thursday, it means the new commandment, Thursday. But John has it on Wednesday, but it doesn't make a difference one day or another. It's still the commandment to people to love one another. That's nothing new about that. The scriptures in the Old Testament talk about caring for each other. I think the part that's different is that Jesus models it for us. He says, first, because I have loved you, that you love one another. That's the motivation, that Jesus loved us first. If you want to find out how to love, if you want to find out a motivation to love, be loved. Somebody else has loved you so much that you want to do it for somebody else. And Jesus has done that for his disciples. So what's new about it is that Jesus models it for us. He says to love one another. Now, loving is not an emotion. It's a verb. It's an action. It's what you do. It doesn't depend upon a warm, fuzzy feeling. It has to do with what we do for each other. If we even are at odds with somebody, if they are considered them our enemy, you can still do what's good for them in spite of how you feel. That's the way you love one another. It doesn't matter how deserving the person is. It doesn't matter how good you are. It doesn't matter how religious you are. You can do something good for somebody else. In other places in the scriptures, it talks about the great commandment, which is to love God and love your neighbor as yourself. Jesus doesn't do that here. He just refers to loving one another. And you could extend that to say that it's as if they're part of us, as if part extended of our body. And you don't want to hurt yourself. Hopefully you don't want to hurt yourself, but you certainly don't want to hurt somebody else if they're considered part of you. So part of being a follower of Jesus is to love like he did. And so he modeled it for us, and we are to do it, to love one another, to care about each other, to put aside our own interest for the sake of others. That doesn't mean we disregard ourselves, but we always put other people first. That we lift up others before ourselves. That's part of the humility of Jesus. It's part of the love of Jesus. He lifted other people up first. So he calls us to do that. So we are to love one another. It's not new in the Bible, but it's new because Jesus modeled it for us. So look at how he loved and then loved the same way. I hope that's helpful to you. I'll see you next time.